stay motivated, stay pure, stay intentional, um, stay inspired. Like no matter what, just keep going.
Hello and welcome to the Creative Experience. Today we're here with Brysen. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Brysen. I go by STAYBRYGHT. I'm an entrepreneur. My main occupation is photography. Do a lot of things within the media department, and then also a couple of things in the music industry.
So how'd you get started with your whole artistic journey and entrepreneurial journey?
Growing up, I was kind of always around photography. Like, ironically enough, my dad was a photographer as well, just within a different field. Him and my grandpa would always be like the main ones capturing images of like families and friends whenever we have functions. But my senior year of high school was when I kind of just got more motivated and inspired by one of my friends to where like, okay, it's time for me to step into photography. My freshman year of college, I took a class, learned a little bit, and from there, I just became a lot more self-taught.
Okay. So like, what photography avenues do you pursue right now?
Pretty much anything that is able to get captured. I do a lot of freelance work, from real estate, weddings, headshots, lifestyle content, sports content, dating and everything.
Okay. Tell me about some of your sports content that you made.
I work with a lot of different individual players compared to teams. Whenever they're in town, if they're facing somebody on the Dallas Cowboys, like what they're facing the Dallas Cowboys or Texas Rangers, then I would go out and might just capture like lifestyle content for them, building up to like as they're playing. And it's been cool. It's been a journey just to where I've been able to witness the growth from however many years been working together and just moving forward.
How do you compare them? Like, since you do studio work and like event photography, it's a whole different feel, like where you're in a crowd with somebody and like you're trying to take photos and you're getting things on the go rather than like planning it out and you're like there and it's like, right? Which one do you prefer?
I love natural lighting. Studio work is good too. It just depends on what vision I'm bringing to life for whoever I'm working with. Sometimes we send over examples of what we both have interest in, depending on the client. Studio work is always cool, but I feel like that's just more so for me for like the fashion side of things, or if it's like product photography. Headshots also work in the studio base, and then when you step outside, that's when it's like the natural lighting, where I still have a flashlight to where to use that for equipment as well to help bring out a little bit more glam. But me personally, I love natural lighting. But I tend to provide whatever the person who I'm working with outside of my own kind of setups as well. So I'll say that.
So like passion project wise, like if you were pursuing a passion project, what avenue would it be at? Would it be in sports? Would it be at fashion, portraiture? What sparks your creativity the most?
Fashion. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I'm very detail oriented, to where it's like when it comes to everything from hair to makeup to accessories, from the top piece to bottom piece to shoes, socks, heels. It just depends on the model or the subject at the time. It's a lot of growth from all steps from start to finish, to where when it comes to like the fashion expression, it's like how deep they get in that bag to where you could also bring it out.
Okay. I like that. So you also DJ. So like with your DJing like avenue, like what do you like to pursue? Like what sounds do you like to?
So as far as my sounds is hip hop, house, R&B. I like pop. Might do some EDM as well, mixed in with the house music. Just depends on the environment and scenery.
Being in Dallas, Texas, what places do you like to be? Like, what places have you been like DJing here? Like, this is like the group of people that I like broadcasting my sound to.
Okay. Well, a couple of spots that I'm DJ that, for Deep Ellum, for example, is the Ruins, the Nines, going down to Fort Worth, few spots out there, and then private events. But as far as my sound, I would compare it to like more of a Joe K style for like selection radio, to where you can pretty much drop anything and everything, do a lot of mashups to where you can have an R&B song playing over like a hip hop beat. I love concerts. I love festivals, to where outside of photography, just capturing that as like having a new perspective to where I can just really engage with the crowd to see how they handle that.
Okay. I like that. So moving forward with your career, what do you want to do? Like, where do you want to be in like 10 years?
Okay. I was thinking like for the 5 to 10 year mark, I definitely want to own my own studio. I want to be able to provide a space for other creators as well, if not work with somebody, but to showcase my art and exhibits, to also have that as well, have an art gallery to where other creators can showcase their work, build a media company within 10 to next 20 years to where networking can be involved, to where kind of similar to how, are you familiar with Cam Kirk?
I'm not.
Okay, he's from Atlanta, and he has a studio out there where he brought a lot of creatives together, just working. Originally, he started in the music industry, capturing different artists, producers, and he just built his company to like, don't quote me, I don't know if it's to me, it's like a multi-million like company, but it's like just to have a whole bunch of different people come out there to where you're just able to build and show growth. I definitely want to showcase a lot of my work within a lot of different art exhibits outside of Texas, to where it's just like, okay, when you see my work, or if you see something of mine, you'll know like, oh, okay, Brysen shot that. Or it just ties into the art behind them, Stay Bright.
Okay. So since you do so many different things and you function through so many different avenues, how do you deal with burnout?
It's hard sometimes to find a balance, only because, like you said, just while doing it so much, like for me, my mental state of mind sometimes is like, I just need to chill. Being around a lot of different people from doing events and shit, sometimes I just get social anxiety where it's like, okay, like I know I need a break. Like I'm cool with being vulnerable to tell people that, just because it's like, I mean, I have my quiet days and I have my days where like I'm engaged or loud or whatever, but very laid back to where it's like, okay, like based off my movements or like, again, going into the mood, just like, okay, like I know I need to get a little bit more rest than what I did the day before. I'm a night owl to where I don't really sleep as much, to where it's like I'm just scrolling or editing, to where it's like, okay, like let me find a little bit more balance in between where I can enjoy time myself. So music is the main cure for me sometimes, or like watching old movies. I love that, to where the cinema behind that is just like, okay, like let me figure out what I could also put into a fight, to where I can go into the next shoot, or just going into nature. I like being outside hiking sometimes, or just chilling by the lake, and also the beach, like whenever I travel. So it's a lot of different ways to where I try to find balance in between like my burnouts, because it's like sometimes even then too, it's like I find joy with working with everybody, but then some days it's like either it'll be strictly business or it might be a little bit more personable, to where it can be fun, but it just depends.
All right. So if you wanted to leave the people with closing statements, something like food for thought, what would it be?
Stay motivated, stay pure, stay intentional, stay inspired. Like no matter what, just keep going.
So thank you guys for watching The Creative Experience. We're here with Brysen. We'll see you next week.